guys, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I do apologize, but we're gonna take a fresh start. We're gonna build solid wooden doors using popple that's rough cut directly from a sawmill about 16 months ago. So let's get this process started, and I will give you guys all the specs, the measurements, and the drawing of the door during the video. This is all the popple that we're going to be using. Now, you don't need this much to make one door, but since I am making 5 doors, I will need this whole pile, and I will also need that pile. Now these are cut into 10" by 2" by 9.5 feet. These are all the same. This one's a little bit shorter on the top, but all the ones on the bottom are 9 feet long. And I'm 90% positive they were 10 inches wide, but let's check that. Alright, they're 9 3/4 wide. And this one on the bottom are all 10" wide. And let's see if they are 9 feet. So they are actually 8 feet 4 inches. And the one on the top is 7 feet 6 inches. But since we only need 80 inches, that'll work for us. And we only need 5 inches across, that'll also work. And all the leftovers, which we will have about 4.5 inches, we use that to build door frames. So there won't be much waste out of this wood. So let's get started. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I'm taking all your space. Jimmy Paul. Dodo. Okay. Doorbell. Can you say hi to everybody? Huh? Can you say hi? Get that dust out of your eyes. We gotta get you some earmuffs. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, yes. All right, go on your blanket. Go on. Let's get this flush, and we'll go ahead and 90 it again. Alright, so what we have to do right now is the layout. And to get the layout, take a tape measure, come in from the end of the stile, and go to 2 11/16. This one was an old mark, so I'll just erase that one. It's all going to be sanded again anyway. Two 11/16. So just mark all the way around the board. So now what we want to do is come off in the middle and go 3/8 of an inch, which on 1 3/8 minus a half equals 3/8 on both sides. That's going to be your middle cut, which is going to be very necessary for the tongues. So now what we're going to do is take another square, come up on the top at a 1/2 inch, starting from the line of 2 11/16, and mark that off as 1 inch. Now we're going to reduce that line. This just makes it really easy. So all we need is a 1/2 inch off of that. It just makes it easy to go ahead and just use the square, and we know that that all has to be cut out. Same on this side. We'll do the same thing. I guess you could measure a 1/2 inch and, you know, do everything that way, but this makes it so much easier to go ahead and do it. Don't draw the line all the way across like I just did. You only want to draw the line in the box, just like this. You just want to draw the line in the box right there and right there. Don't go all the way across. Sometimes I rush so fast and I just forget not to do things. This is going to be my top piece. So this one's going to be my bottom piece. So we're going to go ahead and cut this on this side. Alright, just let me make sure that I am correct, which I'm pretty sure that I am, but it's always good to double check. Beautiful. Alright. So it's gonna get a little noisy, guys. want to make sure your chisel is nice and sharp. Now, I don't take the full width of the cut. That's how I keep my chisels in excellent condition. Okay, there's one. Alright, there's two. Beautiful day. All this snow.
He's not a dog. He's on a lead right now. I don't think there is.
Alright, so what we got to do right now is go ahead and make the grooves in the panels. And the way we're going to use that, the way we're going to do that is with a router, a track, and a star bit. And that'll put a groove right up the panel on the seam line. So make sure when you glue it, it's glued really good because you don't want it to snap.
Not to my knowledge.
So let's go ahead and put this. Alright, so there we go, guys. Everything fits beautiful. And it's a beautiful door. Okay, so there's the seams. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect. Look at the seam. The seam is absolutely beautiful. Fits like a glove. Hope you guys can see this. Oh, that one's got a little space, but you know, a little space ain't bad. The paint will cover it up since these are going to be painted. And there's all the seams. And the door looks absolutely beautiful. I think that absolutely came out beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make the frame, and then we'll cut the hinges into the door, put the frame assembly together, and that's it. The door's done. I thought I'd show you guys something real quick. I mean, this is absolutely, amazing in one way, but it can really affect your health in the other way. If you don't wear a mask or, PPE equipment, mask is the most important when you're sanding, but I want you guys to take a look at this. Do you see this? This is how much sanding. Look at that. It's like flour. So, and that's just in the hose itself. Hope you guys can see that. So that's amazing. I know what you guys are thinking. It's not. But that's poplar dust. Just amazing, man. So make sure you wear your PPE. It's very important, especially when you're sanding. It gets in your lungs. You see the way it powdered up and stuck together. Imagine that, especially with sawdust. So please, wear your PPE. Wear your mask. If you're gonna be sanding, wear the mask. If you're gonna be cutting, wear the mask and the goggles. Please just wear the right protective gear from the job you're doing. All right, let's get doing the frame. All right, let's go ahead and make the door frames now.
I've seen it before. Yeah.
remember always to cut the frames together.
Thank you. You saved my life. All I did was delay the inevitable.
It should be 81 and an 8.
Except it wasn't really Russian. It was no, that's gonna kick.
Should jump, make the ground shake like an earthquake. Alright, so let's get these hinges installed. Very simple. Match up the lines to the plate.
That's to make yourself known. Good evening, Warden. I didn't hear you there. I'm Dave Marcus, and well, you should know I've worked for you in the last election. The warden's not an elected position. Would that be a night on, would you? You know, I'm not fun. I was actually cracking him after accidentally making a bad shot. When I finally found it. Let's just hope the Wendigo has a got. You're not gonna drive home like that, are you? Hold on. Drunk. No.
That's basically how it's done.
And that's why
Now I put staples in both directions. Hey guys, so we finally finished the door. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being so patient with me and staying subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's been a rough year and a half for me, but I'm back now and we're going to be posting videos regularly. I'm going to try to do 1 video a week starting off, and then maybe we'll get into 2 videos a week. So this is the interior door. It was made all out of popple. You can make it out of any type of wood you want, but popple for an interior door is a great choice. It's cheap, it looks really well, it paints really good, and you know, it's a new door. So the plans are going to be in the description, and also during this video you can follow along, or you can read the plans off the sheet, and you guys can make the same thing that I've made. And you don't need to have the shop that I have to make this door. There's quite a few ways you can do it. With the router to make the mortise and the tenons, you can use a table saw, and that's really about it. So it's not installed yet because I'm not finished with the rooms or the sheetrock or anything. This will be going in my son's room, and then I made 5 of them, and I just don't have any room to put 5 doors in this shop. I know it looks big, but it's really not a very big shop considering the tools that's in here. But I thank God every day that I have the luxury to own these tools. And you guys remember when I started, everything was a small shop, tiny shop, and everything was battery operated. So I hope you guys can use the plans and make your own door. If you had to buy this material, it would cost you, depending on which state you live in, anywhere between $65 and $85. And if you go to a big box store, you're going to get what they call a solid wood door that's laminated for $400. It's just not worth it. This is solid all the way through. So I will see you guys real soon on the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. And to everybody that stuck with me, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys soon. Ciao.